Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, about a month ago I made a video asking you what you liked about the 11th gen Honda Civic. Well, now it's time to talk about what you dislike. So I asked you a question on my community tab about 3 or 4 days ago, and a lot of you responded. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to talk to you about the spoilers are finally painted, and they look amazing. Check them out. I will have more to paint here in the near future, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Just waiting on some parts to show up. Probably won't happen till the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, parts are on back order. There's nothing I can do about that. But the one piece I'm getting is the front lip, and I'm gonna do a little something different. It comes just gloss black, but I'm gonna change it up just a tweak. Hope you guys will like it. I already know I'm gonna like it. I've already seen it on a 11th gen already, and it looks really good. So I actually can't wait to get it. But let's get into why we are here. It's time to get into the dislikes. Mostly everybody dislikes the same thing, which is actually kind of weird, but is actually kind of good at the same time. That way Honda can fix it in the next year models. All right, so we're back in the Miller Cave. We're gonna go over your dislikes. Let's get started. Punklink says, I feel like the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay should also be in the second highest trim level. I agree with you. I honestly, personally think it should be in every trim level. Thank you, Punklig. Appreciate your comment, my friend. X50 Player says, having to turn off the start and stop and remembering to turn the sport mode on every time I start the car. Other markets have better trim content and accessory options, especially Asia. 100% agree with you on that. The auto stop and start, that is my biggest dislike of this whole car. And I also think whatever mode you leave it in when you turn the car off is what mode should come on when you turn the car back on. Thank you, X50 Player. Always appreciate your comments, my friend. Christina Mello says, it would be nice if I had fog lights and also wireless Apple CarPlay. Other than that, she loves it. Christina, my Sport doesn't have fog lights either. It has that little piece of glass in there that makes it look like there's fog lights, but there isn't any. Thank you very much for your comment, Christina. I greatly appreciate it. And Jacob comments, I'm not sure about the full digital instrument panel on the Touring sedan and the Sport Touring hatchback, but the SI and other Civics does not seem to have an engine temperature gauge. That is pretty important to know your car is starting to overheat than to find out with an idiot light that goes on after the fact. Jacob, I 100% agree with you, sir. I am not sure why the Sport model doesn't have it. I believe the Touring does, and I'm pretty sure the SI does as well. Thank you as always, Jacob, my friend, for your comments. I always greatly appreciate them. Kevin comments, it would be nice to have fog lights or a sunroof on the Sport trim. It's a Sport, so I feel like it should have one. Kevin, the Sport Touring trim is much more expensive than the regular Sport, and it has all those options. That's why the regular Sport doesn't have them. You're gonna pay an extra $3,000 to $4,000 for them. But if you want something like the fog lights, keep watching my channel because I'm looking into getting some fog lights for mine. I've been waiting for Honda to call me on them. I've called multiple dealerships and none of them have them. Supposedly they're on back order. I know for one thing I'd have to put an aftermarket switch in it. I wouldn't be able to put it on the column, I don't think. But thank you, Kevin, for your comment. Greatly appreciate it, sir. And Andy comments, one USB port, all trim levels except Touring. Yeah, Andy, mine only has one as well. But what you could do is you could get like the cigarette adapter that has 2 or 3 in it. So that will compensate for only having the one if you need another one. They're only like 5, 7, maybe $10. Thank you for your comment, Andy. I greatly appreciate it, sir. Dark Integra comments, things I don't like. Number 1, my driver's seat is uncomfortable, feels tight, and hurts after 30-minute drive. Dark Integra, I have not had that problem yet. My seat actually is pretty comfortable. I'm not sure if you're a bigger guy, that might be the problem, if that's the case. But I actually fit perfectly into the seat. Number 2, auto start. I have to turn it off every time I turn on the car. I agree with you, sir. That is my number 1 complaint. Number 3, the honeycomb vents. I can't have vent fresheners. I also have to use a phone holder that goes in the cup holder. So he wishes he was able to use a phone holder in the vent as well. I agree. I don't personally use those things, so I personally don't care, but I can see why everybody else would care. Number 4, the windshield wiper spray. Not a fan of it. I'm kind of there with you too. I kind of wish it came out from under the hood just like the 10th gen. I'm not sure why they went to it in the wiper. Number 5, he wishes the Sport had more horsepower. Me too, Dark Integra. Me too. Number 6, this is the most important for me. No temperature gauge. I agree 100%. Jacob said that in his comment as well. I'm not sure why they don't have it in all trim levels. Thank you, Dark Integra. Always appreciate your comments, sir. L22R comments, my Bluetooth glitches randomly when playing music from my iPhone 12 Pro. Oh, and I'm going to ask the dealer tomorrow why my heat doesn't seem to be working. Good thing he lives in Florida. Well, it's a good thing you live in Florida because in PA right now it's really cold. You would definitely need it. I agree with you on the Bluetooth. Mine glitches in and out randomly, and I have an Android S10 Plus, a Samsung S10 Plus. So what I do is I just delete the phone out and put it back in, and it seems to fix it. But again, it does happen. Probably 2-3 weeks later, it'll happen again, and I just do the same thing. Thank you, LL22R. Greatly appreciate your comment. Joaquin says, the Bose audio, not a fan. Although an improvement from the 10th Gen Touring, 12 speakers, great. Too loud isn't better, it's just loud. Also, and lastly, paddle shifters attached to the steering wheel. Both are being picky and not really reasons to opt out of the 11th Gen Touring. Well, Joaquin, I can't really comment on the Bose. I don't have that in my Sport. But again, like you said, too loud isn't better, it's just loud, and I agree with you on that. The paddle shifters, I don't have a problem with that. One thing you might be able to do later on down the road when they make them, I don't think they make them yet, but you could get paddle shifter extenders. But Joaquin, I really appreciate your comment. Thank you very much, sir. Overgrowth Society says, I hear clicks and creaks coming from the rear windows and also the touchscreen area. Can't ever say I heard that. Typical first year Honda issues. Also, the B-pillar is pretty thick, and I look right at it where the seatbelt holder is when I'm looking to turn. Not a major deal, but it's noticeable. I 100% agree with you on that. I didn't really realize that until I saw your comment, and I was going down the highway, trying to make a left turn, looked over my shoulder, and all I saw was the B-pillar. So I 100% agree with you on that, Overgrow. Traction control makes my front wheels wobble when I'm making aggressive turns. Never had that on my 15 Accord Sport. The steering wheel is a little vague at the top, so I feel like I have to make micro adjustments often when I hold it at 9 to 4. Gets a little annoying, but could just be me. I think he meant to say 8 to 4, but I agree with you on the steering wheel. I wish it was a little bit thicker, but I can honestly say I never had the traction control issue when making aggressive turns. I've not had that problem yet. But thank you, Overgrow. I always appreciate your comments, sir. Justin comments, just having to turn on the idle and stop every drive. We all agree with you, my friend. We all agree with you. Jay Bose comments, I dislike that the Sport model doesn't have fog lights and that there is no blind spot monitoring. And he also dislikes the cloth seats. Jay, I agree with you on the fog lights. I also agree with you on the blind spot monitoring. I still look at the screen. I'm still used to my 17, I guess, especially when I get my Type R. I constantly look at the screen still, and it's been 6 months. The cloth seats, you can get seat covers, I guess, if you don't like them. But I don't like seat covers. But Jay Bugs, as always, my friend, thank you for your comment. Dayton replies, I dislike that the blind spot parking sensors are not across all trim levels except for the LX. I agree with you 100%. He also dislikes that the Sport trim level does not have fog lights, which we've talked about, and you cannot order them yet. Maybe that's why I can't get them yet, because I can't even order them, but they're not telling me that. Not too much more dislikes. Inconvenience for not having air fresheners put in the vents, which we've spoken about already. Dayton, thank you very much for your comments, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Now this one worries me the most because it's a safety issue, and I hope Honda addresses it immediately. I'm not sure if it happens in any other maker models, but Erin Renee had it happen to her, and that is very, very scary. It could kill somebody. So Erin Renee says, I've had my 22 Civic Sport Touring hatchback for a couple weeks and have seen a few posts about the cruise control suddenly braking for no reason. It happened to me tonight. I noticed it read a Phantom Semi for just a second before the car slammed on its brakes. There was absolutely nobody in front of me or next to me. Thankfully, the guy behind me was far enough behind, but I'm sure it pissed him off as it looked like I was brake checking him for no reason. I am pissed. It was scary and extremely dangerous. It sucks when you can't trust your car to do what it's supposed to do safely. No more cruise control for me until they fix it. Any ideas on how long it might take for Honda to address this? Now, I'm sure you guys can understand why she's all freaked out and doesn't want to use her cruise control anymore. I personally am now not wanting to use my cruise control because of that. I've had the brake assist come on every once in a while, nothing in front of me. In fact, my 17 Sport Touring, it happened at a specific place every time. It doesn't happen at that place with this car or my Type R, but the 11th gen has done it, I'd say 4 or 5 times since I've owned it. It'll beep, 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 and then it'll go away. It has never slammed on the brakes, thank God. Aaron, I'm so happy that you're not hurt. I'm so happy that the guy behind you didn't rear end you. So Aaron, if you're watching this, I hope you get this to the dealer immediately. And please, leave a comment down below letting all of us know how you made out. Did the dealer do anything? Did they reprogram it? You know, what did they do? Let us know. I greatly appreciate you letting me use that comment in this video. Thank you so much. Now, if this has happened to anybody else, please leave a comment down below letting me know and everybody else know, because maybe we can get with Honda and see if we can figure something out, maybe a recall or something. But that is really scary, and I don't want that to happen to anybody else. The main videos will be on Sunday. You know, the sport videos, the Type R videos, those will be the ones on Sunday. The did they sell and those kind of videos, those will be sporadically through the week. Doesn't seem like you guys really enjoy them, so I might not do them at all anymore. And I'm here for what you guys like. I know you guys love this car. Winter's coming, so I wanted to do this last video outside while it's nice out. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much. I hope you continue to watch my videos. And to you subscribers, thank you so much, and I just want to wish you all happy holidays. And this is your boy Miller. I will see you in the next one.